Hello, my rusty friends. This is my rusted truck. It's literally rusting away in front of my eyes. And I'm sick and tired of it. So, I've been watching some other YouTube channels. You guys have been talking about anti-corrosion. And this is my first test panel. Here, it's just a piece of aluminum. And I've labeled what I've done so far to this formula. We have the linseed oil with some wax ring. That was my base. Linseed oil, wax ring. And I didn't want to make a big batch, in the old crock pot here that stole from the house. We got plenty of other ones, but that's my base, the linseed oil wax. So then I added the tacky grease, the red and tacky, and that's this. And then I added transmission fluid to that. Now we have all three, the transmission fluid, grease, and used motor oil. So the used motor oil, it hangs on more than I ever thought it would. You get a lot of it on there and it holds. It's not dripping. It's about 45, 50 degrees in the shop here. And like I said, I didn't want to make up a bunch of this, use all these materials that I already got here. I just wanted to start small. And this has been sitting around for about a half hour now. It's starting to coagulate a little bit. But I just used this old microwave that I got back here in the corner that I'll never use again for anything else. It's been sitting around for years, but it did heat this up after about 2 minutes. With the grease, I really had to mix it a lot to get it to break down inside of this. Like, you can see there's clumps of this red and tacky grease in here. They're real small now because I mixed it a lot. But the grease didn't seem to want to break down inside the linseed oil wax. Now, here's my application that I made, an applicator. Bought some of these fittings from the Menards, Home Depot. Drilled some holes in that guy. This is 3/8 tubing going to quarter-inch tubing going to 3/8 tubing here. There's my reducer, just to get it inside of doors and frame rails a lot easier. And then here's my can. It's like the $30 can. I've used this for spraying Herculiner a dozen times or more in the back of my truck or other people's trucks. But I don't think there's a formula that's good for everything. I feel if you got a frame rail or in between a pinch weld somewhere, or a door, or anywhere you can get corrosion like this. Like this is what's happening to my Blazer. See, the moisture sits inside of this pinch weld and it rots it from the inside out. So moisture sits down there. Now, if you put basically fluid film, which I think this is the closest thing you can get to fluid film right here, it's just the linseed oil wax. It's pretty clear, and I think that would be great for doing the bottom side of your body or the bottom side of a truck bed or what have you. But if you want something to run down and really penetrate with what it would do with transmission fluid, because transmission fluid penetrates that metal to no end. It really seeps down into it. And if it's a little bit drippy, when you're spraying it, it's okay if it drips down into frame rails because it's going to get it where you want it to go, and the pinch welds the fenders. But then something a little bit thicker with the motor oil in it, you know, that really makes it thick. But I don't think this is going to hold up as well to the dirt and stuff that this will. So it's about 45 degrees in the shop tonight. We're going to be in the 60s this weekend. Now I'm going to let this sit through the weekend. And we'll go from there. If I can figure out something that's going to actually dry up on me. Because I've seen other guys spray this Groil. Some versions of Groil. Some guys put diesel in it. Some guys don't even put oil in it. They just do the linseed oil wax. Tell me what works for you guys. I'm at the beginning of my experimenting process, so we're gonna stop this madness of brines on the sodium on our vehicles. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe.